What's going on, YouTube? It's the Green Shiz. Wow. Last night, PWCC's first ever weekly auction, a lot of people lost their balls. Uh, I want to say 98% of the items that sold over last sold prices on eBay. Uh, Absolute insanity. People, like I said, paid way too much money. I'm going to do a montage in a second here, kind of showing you some of the people, just the photos of like some eBay solds versus what sold on PWCC, and there's like 2x sales prices on a lot of the nice cards. Um, I could like literally while I was live streaming yesterday, could not find a single one that was underpriced. Everything was really high with the buyer's premium included. A lot of things went overpriced without the buyer's premium included because it wasn't very clear. They definitely improved it from a week ago when they display the buyer's premium. When you at least clicked the bid, it actually showed you what you were going to be paying now with the buyer's premium. So that's good. But wow, it was absolutely insane. And there was some other issues. So I highly recommend you go check out the video. I don't know if you want to watch the whole hour and a half, but it was pretty awesome. The first 30 minutes was just discussing PWCC, and then the last hour was actually the auction closing. One of the biggest issues I had, and it wasn't we found a solution, but when everything ends at 10 p.m., they go into extended bidding, and at 10 p.m., everything marked as sold. Every single item. There was over 1,100 items, which is another thing I'll get into, but there was over 1,100 items, everything marked as sold unless you placed a bid on it. So you couldn't see which ones were actually sold or in extended bidding unless you clicked on the individual item. So there was a Lugia PSA 8 first edition. It looked like it was sold right at 10 o'clock, which isn't right because it has to go in extended bidding because it had bids on it. So because it went into extended bidding, I couldn't see how much time was left or what the current bid was. You have to click on the item to see all of that info. So I had to have a whole screen of just the Lugia. Whereas if you had a bid on an item, it was on the prior screen with everything. You could see it much clearer. So hopefully that gets corrected in the next auction. There's a few things I noted last night that I'd like to get corrected. Another thing to note, there was over 1,200 items in Pokemon auction last night originally. It dropped about 70 items through the week. Where those went, how they get revoked, I don't know. Why they got revoked, very interesting. I don't know, have a clue which ones they were. They weren't any of the things I had touched or put a follow on, but 70 items got removed. So technically, the second auction that's going to happen is literally double the size. There's 96 pages of cards versus 48. Literally double. So that'll be crazy. I wonder if they're going to drop again. Some people start retracting their bid, their items. We'll see how that goes. Another thing. Auction went pretty well. It went smooth. It didn't really have any technical issues outside of what I just mentioned, so that was really good. Really confident in their ability to just upgrade a few things, and I hope they do. I think this thing can be really fluid and attractive for a lot of buyers and sellers, especially the sellers apparently because they just made bank last night, well above eBay solds like I mentioned, which is pretty wild. Going to be doing the Charizard review, all the PSA 10s that sold, really low ones and a couple really high ones. Was surprised on some of those. But really looking forward to next week's auction. It'll be Sunday again at probably 9:30, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the auction only goes for a little over an hour, if that. So, which is nice. I don't like sitting here for 3 hours for an auction. So that's a very respectable time frame for 1,000 cards. Through 2,000 cards next week. So looking forward to it. But here, I'm going to give you guys the montage of a handful of the cards that just stood out to me like, what are y'all doing? Check it out. right here. Good luck. Yeah, it was that bad. I have no clue what some of these people were doing. They a week ago they weren't really clear on the buyer's premium, so maybe people just overbid too early and they got hosed and they thought that included buyer's premium, but it didn't. And there's a lot of cards that definitely oversold. So maybe we're going to the moon, baby. Jump in the rocket ship. We're going straight to the moon. Pokemon's prices just went 2x overnight. Let's go, baby. No, that ain't the truth. But next week will definitely, I really hope, give us a much clearer picture because this was like a wild horse. You had no clue what was going to happen. Being the first weekly, nobody saw any of this coming. I did not see any of this coming. I was hoping to bid on a few things, but I didn't want to pay over market value on anything. Usually PWCC auctions, you can get away buying a few things that fall under market value, and that did not happen this time. It's crazy those cards that I shown that the sale prices they realized versus a handful of the most recent on eBay. Like if I'm bidding on something, I'm looking at recent solds. The Squirtle, for example, you look at last solds even on the PWCC website. So you can go to sales history on PWCC and they're well below this sold listing. Well below. Maybe it's because there was just one for sale, but there's tons on eBay. There's tons in the fixed price market. Go check them out. You could probably go pick one up out of the fixed price market for cheaper through the same website. So just be intelligent. Make sure you're checking comps. Don't overpay. Like I said, next week there will probably be some more sleepers you could pick up for cheap. The number of PSA 10s is like 4x in the next auction, and there's way more vintage. There's some really really expensive cards. Um, I had noticed out of the 48 pages, about 1/5 of the pages. So um, 10 pages, 24 cards on each page, sold for over $100 ballpark. So there's only 1/5 of the auction sold for over $100. The rest of it was poo poo. So they're not poo poo. They're just a lot more modern stuff, low end vintage. Next week will be pretty awesome. It'll be a spectacle in my eyes. So hope to see more of you guys there. I think I had about 20 people peak, and it was pretty awesome. So swing on by next Sunday, and it'll be sweet. I will talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Peace.